Hundreds gathered to pay their respects to the late Pope Francis at a memorial mass today. Representatives from the inter-religious organization were in attendance at the Cathedral of the Good Shepherd. They said they were inspired by the Pope's simple but humanitarian approach and his call to learn from one another. Nikhil Khattar tells us more.
Mass was due to start at 1:15 p.m, but the crowd had gathered long before that. Many had to observe the ceremony from outside the Cathedral of the Good Shepherd. Those in attendance paying their last respects include diplomats from around the region and from places like Brazil, Mexico and Portugal.
Pope Francis really is a man for all, a man who has a heart for the vulnerable, the sick, the marginalized, and those who are suffering. He really brings out the love of God to all, regardless of who we are, regardless of whatever religion we believe we belong to.
There were also representatives from other faiths.
I have seen him in a very simple and peaceful approach to the things happening in the world in a humanitarian way, rather than thinking of more on the textual evidences what is happening. So that approach actually, in a way, I noticed that he understood what is happening in the earth. And that was really some admirable thing, whatever the religion.
Another remembered the words of Pope Francis when he visited last September at an interfaith dialogue for youths.
So I think what inspired us the most is he asked the youth to have the courage to really interact with one another and also to learn from one another.
Those who wish can pen their condolences in a physical book or online.
He's been one of my greatest mentors. His humility is what makes difference in my eyes. And hearing him pass away yesterday was truly emotional for me. And his visit to Timor-Leste, my country, created hope for us in the future as the youngest in Asia.
It was just over a month ago when I was in this church for a special ceremonial prayer held for Pope Francis as his health was improving. The Catholic community say his death comes as a shock and that he will be remembered for his compassion and also helping the poor and those suffering. Students in Catholic schools across the island also penned tributes and came up with art pieces. The Catholic Church is now observing a 9-day period of mourning.